Yeah, recording?
Okay. Go, Todd.
Remember you said last time it was inaugural?
What's that?
Like, remember last time you said it was inaugural?
Inaugural.
Now it's inaugural.
Inaugural.
He can't
We
say
did
it.
another first inaugural podcast, but this is the actual inaugural podcast.
We're having trouble deciding which one will be inaugural and which one won't. Welcome to this episode of How Not to Be an Asshole. I'm Todd Williams, aka Louis Nux, and this is
Dominic Tourette's, and we've got Dan. Introduce yourself.
I'm Dan.
Louder, I can't hear you.
I'm Dan.
real estate mogul, aka pained, sleep-deprived, technical wizard Dan Morby.
Did you hear how busy our guest is though, Dan? He gets up at 5:30 in the morning, goes to kickboxing. He's not.
I was up at 5:30 this morning.
Yeah, but you weren't going to kickboxing though, were you? What were you doing?
You don't know that?
I do know that. I know that for certainty.
I wasn't kickboxing, but I was up.
Dealing with your shitty cat. Anyway, should we introduce our guest?
Yeah, sure.
All right, our guest today is a kickboxer with a fight record of 28 fights. Let me know if any of this is incorrect, by the way.
Nah, bro, I think it's...
Fight record of 28 fights, 19 wins, 8 losses and 1 draw. He's an electrician by day and trains fighters at City Liga by night, and is a father of 2. Welcome, Joey Soufpaw.
Yo, what's up, bro?
Welcome. Hey.
What's up, yo?
Do you remember every single fight you had? That's the first thing that springs to mind.
Fuck, Nah, not every single one. I've got, like, some standout ones. Oh,
yeah.
The earlier ones are a bit of a blank, and I got knocked out, like, pretty bad one time, and...
Oh, yeah, so you don't remember
it's
that?
gone. Yeah, that fucking, like, that day is pretty much gone.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that was in Malaysia. It's fucking crazy.
What about even, like, the memorable fights? Details of it foggy?
Yeah.
Because
I wouldn't say foggy.
Oh, so you have, like, clear memory
I have,
of...
like, vivid memories there. It's
Right.
pretty rad,
Is that...
I quite enjoy that, yeah.
Do you find that's different for other people? Like, some people don't remember fuck all, or...
Yeah, I think sometimes, like, going from talking to, like, my mates and shit that all kickbox and stuff, they, like, you know, you'll forget exact shit, like, after the fight or whatever, because you get full on, like, adrenaline and shit. It's pretty hard out, but, yeah, just forget bits and pieces, you know? I don't know, I just kind of remember, like, every kick or punch it fucking, or when you, like, crack someone real good, it's like, yeah, boy.
How much of it is, like, just, like, instinct kicking in from your training?
Yeah, bro, a lot of it is, because you can hear, like, well, on the bigger shows, when there's, like, lots of people in the stadium, you can hear fuck all of what your corner's yelling at you and stuff, but then, yeah, it's just kind of instinct kicks in, because you do it twice a day, like, it's like another part-time job, really. To, like, 4 hours a day-ish training. So it just, like, kicks in if you get hit, it's like, oh, shit, it's time to play.
you ever, like faintly heard some instruction from your corner, but not really heard it, and then looked at them, and then got socks?
Yeah. It's like, what? But there was this guy, this dude Brett. He was real good. He was up at City Liga when it was on Anzac Ave. He was like one of the old school dudes, and he just used to yell like real crack up shit. Like he'd just always yell when, like, if you're in the corner, he'll be like, "Bro, he's tired. Fuck him up now." It's like, bro, what? Like the start of the fight and shit. He was so good at it. Fuck, he was crack up, man. But
that's a funny thing. Like, I watch heaps of fighting, and you'll see, like, when a fighter's tired, and you can see that he's so fucking tired, his corner will often tell him, wow, he's tired, like talking about his opponent. It's like, no, his opponent don't look tired at all. Like, you look like you're about to collapse.
I think it's kind of, it's very, like, psychological, that shit. It's pretty crack up, though, when it's, like, happening as well.
Yeah.
And then you think about it after, and it's like, fuck that, you know, it's just fucking funny, bro. Like, I remember that shit, like, him yelling, like, fuck, he's fucking tired, like, first round and shit. It's like, bro, no.
Yeah.
Have you ever had to combine your 2 jobs, like being an electrician and kickboxing?
Nah, fuck. might be heading that way. Some people aren't fucking paying my invoices and shit, eh? But I've never had to like wire shit. Oh, I wired up my gym. If you want to put it that way.
Well,
like
there you
we
go.
did all the lights and shit, so semi, yeah.
Yeah.
But I've never had to knock any of my clients out.
Use Joey Soufpaw,
Well,
electrician.
I mean, that probably comes in handy when it comes to billing, you know, like if the clients were aware that you're a kickboxer.
Sometimes it is like, but fuck, at the moment, man, I'm just starting doing heaps of new work for pretty big clients, and it's like, fuck, trying to get like in the books, you know. And I guess you don't want to like turn up to the side and be like, yo, I'm a kickboxer, can
Yeah, no, you can't do that,
pay
eh?
my bills,
Maybe you could just have a link to like one of your real brutal fights at the bottom of your invoice.
yeah, true. Here, here's this, watch this. But yeah, nah, it's I don't know, it's all good. Fucking doing all of it, eh?
Yeah.
Love fighting and shit.
What does Richie hardcore yell out when he's cornering you?
He yells heaps, hey.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, fuck, it's like a maths problem, you know? 'Cause we're doing all in numbers, you know? Like it's all in numbers. It's like 1, 2, 3, fucking da-da-da. And sometimes it's just like, fuck, there's so much. And it's not just Richie, like when you have a corner, you have like 3 people and your corner's made up of 3 people. And sometimes there's like, you know, those 3 people yelling different shit at you. So it's like, oh, fuck. Like, and that's when that kind of like instinct kicks in, and it's just, you do what you've done at training and shit like that. But yeah, man, sometimes it's just fucking pretty full on, eh? Like hearing all these different people. And then you get people in the crowd like yelling pretty dumb shit as well. Like, oh, yeah, man, fuck. Had some fun.
Maybe as an experiment, you could just follow the instructions of the crowd for one fight to see what happens.
Yeah, maybe on an easier fight though, way. Yeah. Because it's pretty hard to like, you know, when people yell, just fuck him up, and it's like, bro,
I'm trying.
So yeah, I'm trying. Man.
Like I think like particularly with Muay Thai, kickboxing, that sort of thing, there seems to be like heaps of respect between fighters, but have you ever fought someone that you fucking hated?
Fuck. Just like people with attitudes, eh? I don't like fucking, like generally, you know, you at the weigh-ins and shit, you like shake hands or whatever, but if you have someone that like just fucking disregards you and shit. I fought this Thai guy one time and they kind of did that. Yeah. Like, cause we were a bit heavier, but we'd agreed on the weight, and I came in on the weight. Yeah. And he was a little bit below, and then their corner was like kicking up a stink. Richie actually fought that night as well. Yeah. Me, Richie, and Slava. And then I fucked them up, so it was all good. Yeah. We all fucked them up. It was a rad show. We all did well. We all won.
Have you trained in Thailand before?
Yeah, I went there for like 3 months. I went there last year. I went there for 3 weeks last year, and I went there in 2010 for 3 months. So it was pretty full on, eh? Like, fuck, yeah. So it's like, look, bro, I was in this room and there was like lino on the floor, and you could hear like roaches climb, like.
Oh damn.
That's where you're sleeping.
Lino. Yeah, and that's where I had insomnia and shit. It's crazy. Had to take like 2 sleeping pills to go to fucking sleep.
At least they're easy to get there.
Hey?
At least they're easy to get there.
Yeah.
Taking sleeping pills can't be good for getting up and training.
I should tell
them
about your sleeping pill revelation.
Oh man, I've been taking it's melatonin, eh?
This could be potential sponsorship.
Yeah. Anyone producing melatonin.
Is that what it is? There's not that melanin stuff that you take to turn your skin black, is it?
No. Melatonin. So it's like chemical produced when your body or your brain is telling your body it's time to go to sleep.
Yeah.
So it's like somewhat natural. I guess it's unnatural to take it forcibly, but
forcibly.
Yeah. No one's like inserting it into me. But yeah, I found it's weird. It's way different from sleeping pills. Like you feel it in your head.
Yeah, right.
And then you're like, oh shit, I'm sleepy, and then just go sleep. And
does it?
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't seem to have like side effects in the morning.
Have you tried cherry juice though?
Cherry, like
legit cherry juice that fucking puts you to sleep hard.
Really?
Yeah.
I fucking love cherries. I'm quite fond of sleep as well.
Yeah. Mix that shit together. Boom. Yeah. But it's really good. Like it's more natural, I guess, than taking fucking something like melatonin.
Cherry
I tried
juice.
it a while ago, because I always have especially after training at night. Like if we finish training at like 8 or something, you go home, you're still like you're just like whoa, like fully. Yeah. Fucking cranking, you know, you just can't stop thinking of like what you've just done, kind of like punching, you know, just body's just so awake in that. Yeah. And like, cherry juice fucking puts you in your ass, eh? It's good.
I never heard that before.
Nah, yeah, but like not syrupy, like legit cherry. Like it's all like it's generally it's pretty expensive,
Yeah.
but it fucking does the job.
So you want to get rid of someone at the party? You're just like, would you like a vodka cherry
Yeah.
juice with some melatonin in it?
That's a
Later,
perfect
Bolt.
mix. Later, Bolt. Hard out. But yeah, man.
What else, Dom? Did you have any questions prepared?
I didn't hear. I just thought we'd just have a chat.
All right, cool. Good.
Was that a fatal flaw in my plan?
No, that's all right.
Have you got anything you want to ask, Dan?
Nah, not really.
We're encouraging Dan to be more involved.
I've been fighting for 10 years this year, man. This is my 10, whatever you call it, 10-year anniversary.
Anniversary.
Before you started fighting?
Semi, I used to have like few fights on the street and stuff. Well, just general in town on the piss and fucking what up?
What about?
Like,
Yeah, that's something I wanted to
Yeah.
ask about. What about since you've been fighting seriously? Did that?
yeah, it's toned down a lot. Like,
Yeah.
fuck, I wouldn't have had a street fight for a while now.
Yeah.
But
Did you get-
just kind of control yourself? Eh?
Yeah. Do you get to a point where you're like, I know I can beat the shit out of you, so it's easier for me not to?
I think just like people stop kind of fronting like they do.
Yeah.
You know, I had actually saying that, me and Tony, the other guy that I run the gym with, we were in town, bro, down in Britomart. And he's like, all of a sudden, I may have yelled something at one guy, but like all of a sudden these dudes like ran up to the car and like they tried to pull me out kind of thing, and we fucked them up. And that was that, but we didn't start it, and I got some dents in my truck,
Oh damn.
which sucked, but yeah.
In your electrician truck.
Yeah, we were driving around, we were down in Britomart, it was fucked. Yeah.
Once this guy, do you remember that story, me and Big M? So I got this friend called Big M. He's hilarious. He's like, and not a fighter at all. But we had the worst night. We'd ordered some like food, and they like it had been 2 hours hadn't come, so we drove down to the restaurant. Might have been a bit wasted, and like, and the restaurant wasn't at the address. So what they were doing, they were pretending they were still in their old location, so they could deliver to that area.
Yeah.
But they actually relocated. I was like screaming on the phone, booting down the door, like we're trying to boot down the door, just screaming at them like, "Where's my fucking food?" Like losing my shit, and this like drunk dude stumbles past, just looked real normal, like a middle-aged normal guy.
Yeah.
And he saw me doing this, so he knew I was fucking furious. We jumped in the car, because I like, your food's going to be there. Jumped in the car, and he like, we're about to take off, and he comes up to the passenger window. He's like, "Can I have a cigarette?" And we're just like, "Nah." And started to drive off, and he kicked the tail light in. And I was like, jumped out. But like something about someone kicking your car, is like,
There's something really. Like what happened was the guy on this particular night we were pretty drunk as well, and I was like sitting there in the car, and this dude like I was at a stop sign, and stopped, and this dude just ran up and like tried to like pull me out of the shit. I was like, what the fuck? And like I just grabbed him back in. And we got into it. It was crazy, like in and out of the car kind of thing. And then
I can't drive or fight, so I can't really enter into this conversation.
you must have a driving and fighting story. What about when there was a that jumped on Willie DeWitt's windscreen and made him cry?
Yeah, I wasn't there for that. Though.
Oh.
It's just a famous story.
Oh, it's a good story though.
I would appreciate us telling that.
Mm.
kind of want to hear it.
Oh, he was really drunk in Devonport. He saw Willie DeWitt, the comedian.
Yeah.
And it was the middle of the day. I think it was like on a Sunday or some shit. And he just leapt on the car on the bonnet and just going, "Fuck yeah!" We're giving the fingers through the window.
That story just kind of makes you feel nostalgic about like 90s New Zealand, eh?
You think that couldn't happen now?
Yeah,
we're too advanced as a culture.
Yeah, man.
Too advanced.
Yeah, we've evolved.
I'm pretty sure
You don't
there's
see
a
much weird shit like that these days, hey? Like,
Nah, I don't reckon, not as much.
yeah.
Are you from out west?
Nah, I'm from
Oh,
Central.
sorry for assuming that.
No.
I thought you were as well.
Nah,
and we've even
grew
talked
up
about
in,
this
like,
before.
Point Chef, Grey Lynn. Yeah.
But like, speaking of New Zealand lunatics, do you know Dread, or Horse as he's otherwise known?
Nah.
So he's a friend of ours from out west, like Richie and all them know him from way
Yeah.
back in the day, but he saw way back in the day, like 420 days.
Yeah.
He saw we're outside, and he saw the dude that plays Michael Warner on Shortland Street. And Dredd just starts yelling at him like, "Why'd you break up with Rachel?" like his Shortland Street character is real life. And I was just standing there like, and Dredd thought he was being real funny. I was like, "Oh man, what are you up to?" But just that sort of like tomfoolery in New Zealand, like
They must get that shit a lot, eh? Like people on TV like that.
fuck yeah, especially Shortland Street actors.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was saying to Richie Hardcore when he was talking about maybe doing that TV show. And I was like, you got to remember, man, that people are going to fuck with you on the street all the time.
Yeah,
like, you know, because it's one thing to sort of be known for as a fighter or on the radio or something, or what we do, but if it's another thing if you're in the public eye proper, you know?
Yeah.
People think they got some kind of ownership on you.
Yeah,
Like,
he'd probably
fuck
like
it.
break his record of only one fight outside the ring, eh? Like, eventually.
Start busting heads.
Has he ever told you a story about he was like in the dairy on Ponsonby Road in his Muay Thai shorts and he got flowers for his girlfriend?
No.
And some dude like walks into the shop and is like, nice shorts, faggot.
No, bro, I haven't heard that one.
And then the dude was with his girlfriend and Richie was like, just saw red.
Yeah.
It was like about to beat the shit out of him and just
Fuck.
like let it slide. But you gotta be some sort of special idiot to like, because like if
Yeah,
you look
bro.
at Richie, he has like a fighter's jaw and like he's real
You can
fit.
tell he's got cut like
He's-
scars and
yeah,
shit.
he looks like a fighter. He don't sound like one. He has a real nice, friendly voice, but he got the Muay Thai shorts on. He's probably able to kick you in the head.
Fuck. Saying that though, it is quite buzzy when you see like cunts walking down the street. I said there used to be this dude that used to run around town in the full like Muay Thai get up. He'd have shorts, wraps, like ankle guards. It's like, dude, you're going for a run, bro. And like I think one time he even had like the what's called like praji. And the things they wrap around your, you know, have you seen the fighters and they wrap the bands around your arms, so they're like a good luck thing.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's just obviously
Running in
bought
them.
them and he's going for a run in them. It's like, fuck. They're like sacred for fights and that, you
Yeah,
know? It's
yeah.
like, dude, what are you
Yeah.
up to? Kind of buzzy cunt.
We
but
got a
it's
friend
good.
who I won't name, Dan, who like he was having a stressful period in his life,
Yeah.
I think with work and stuff. But he was going for runs and he's like, he's got like a checkered past. He's quite a bad dude back in the day, but he had like put a mouth guard in when he went for a run, just in case. just in case he saw someone that
Yeah.
wanted to like.
Had to throw down.
Yeah. Which
So
is
good.
It's it's a terrifying thought if you know this guy, man.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man. And you're just walking down the street and bumping into him, man. And he's like, see the mouth guard. You're like, what the fuck?
My friend, I was telling her about the podcast, and I was like, because we'd just done our first one, which is not this one, it's the other first one. And I was like, oh yeah, it's all about feminism and shit. And she's going to listen to this because I was talking about fighting.
Man,
Nothing but fighting.
that one and the same. Should I?
You're going to read your inbox.
Yeah, so we're like trying to think of segments to do, and we didn't really prepare one today, so I just looked at my Tumblr inbox. I get like...
Auspicious beginnings.
I think I always answer the best ones, like especially the most ridiculous ones. But so what's left in here is like the more mundane.
I like that one there.
What, how did you and JJ become friends?
That's a good one.
People are fucking creepy, eh? Like,
For those that don't know, JJ's probably our most famous friend.
yeah, he's up there. Why do they assume that there would be a cool story to it, or? Because, you know, most often meeting people is just real mundane. Like, I met him
Hey, what's up? Yeah.
I met him at a party, or saw him. Like,
I was real rude when I first met him because I was like, because he was hanging out with Dredd, and I just thought he was just one of Dredd's dopey mates. He's like, hey, I'm JJ. I was like, yeah, whatever.
Who is he? Who's JJ?
He's in
Sorry.
that band These Nuts.
Oh, yeah.
And we were kicking it with him in Australia. Hung out from heaps.
I've got this Tumblr inbox that I'm sure you sent, Dom. Says, I want to fuck you so bad. Whenever I watch you on YouTube, I touch myself. Do you like bigger girls?
I didn't write that.
Okay.
I mean, I wish I did. Like, it's like the kind of thing I'd do, but I didn't. How did you end up running City Liga?
Bro, we just kind of, I like did it by default kind of thing, eh? Like, it was meant to be Tony, my business partner in it now, and this other guy, Dan, who was my old trainer. And Daniel ended up moving down to Christchurch, just fucking Auckland's too expensive and all that kind of shit. And just so he can finish he's studying. I can't remember what he's studying and stuff, but he's studying some shit. And so he moved down there, and then I'd done a whole bunch of work there already. Like, we wired it up already and stuff, and Tony was just kind of like, fuck, do you want to do it? And I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? So, yeah, it's just, that's just the way it kind of happened there. And it's been pretty sweet, man. Tony used to run NZ Boxer and stuff, or like manage the store, warehouse, whatever. And he used to do an amazing job of that. So it's pretty like second nature to him to go into running a gym and stuff. So yeah, it's fucking bro. It's been amazing, eh? And then we got all the like pro fighters taking classes and shit as well. Yeah. So like it's just worked out real good. Everyone there seems to be real happy with it, and I don't know. It's just it's good, man. It's a good little location. We got Richie down there taking his like the people that he trains come down twice a week on Thursdays and Saturdays as well. Team Hardcore. Yeah. They're all up in there. Yeah. They come down sparring and stuff as well, and yeah.
Have you ever sparred with that dude Israel?
Yeah. We used to I haven't trained with him for a while, but we used to train together quite a bit. Yeah.
He's pretty incredible talent.
He's pretty like next level, bro. Like some Super Saiyan shit. It's crazy, man. How I don't know where you get that type of fucking everything from, me. Like it's like how do you do that, bro? Like, always hyped. Like he's a good person to like fight alongside as well. Like we've traveled a bit together and stuff, and like he's just got such a fucking energy around him that it's like it's mean. You like can't have an off night, when you're like fighting with that dude. So he's a real good dude as well. Good mate.
Yeah, I watched quite all what's available of his fights. Like, he just demolished that dude in Aussie.
In Australia recently, in Adelaide, I think it was.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him fight.
He's incredible, man. Bro. Yeah. He's real long and like just got crazy like head movement and
there's so much. He beat up one of my best friend, which was fucking stink. Like me and Slava trained together, and we've trained together for like fucking 8 years, 9 years or something now. And then they even Israel and Slav like trained together quite a bit, sparring partners on all that kind of stuff. And then they got made to fight in the first fight of an 8-man tournament, and it was just like fucking brutal. Damn. And Izzy won. They went the whole 3 rounds in that, but I was like, fuck. It's a stink to watch like two close mates fight like that, because it's like at the same time that I was in Slav's corner for that as well, and it's like you're cheering out shit, you're telling him to do stuff to a mate, fucking near his face and all. It's like bro, that cuts your mate as well.
Without any ring experience, I imagine there must be like different sorts of people and different levels to like how good you could fight against someone you gave a fuck about. Some people must be able to switch it off and be like, I'm fighting. Absolutely. And then other people must be like a bit.
I think there's hard out there. I think I've like fallen for that trap a couple times as well. Just like people because New Zealand's so small. And especially something like the fight scene is like pretty much everyone knows everyone, especially at like the kind of higher levels. Yeah. And then it's like when you train at different gyms, there's always going to be someone you come across at. Like I fought fucking one of my training partners actually, like from the same gym. That was fucked up. Yeah. And he's like one of those people. He's like at a very high level of fighting. He lives Brad.
Brad
Badal. He lives in Thailand and stuff, and me and him fought at the end of it, and I was just like, fuck, I couldn't really do it, like trying to fucking elbow your friend's face off and shit, and it's like, nah, man.
Imagine that would be weird, eh?
Yeah, it was fucking weird, and it was cool though. It was at the end of another 8-man tournament, and we split the money, so it was all G.
Fuck, that must be crazy, like fighting that many times in a night. Like, what was it, 3 times?
3 times, yeah. It was quite funny, that one too, eh? Like, we both had fucking cuts all over our faces. And I drove us to the hospital. And the lady was like, oh, what happened to you boys? And I was like, oh, fuck, I just fought this guy. And he's like, yeah, I just fought this guy. And fucking get stitched up together.
Like the scene from Chopper where he shoots the dude and then drives him to the hospital.
Yeah. It was pretty crack up. But it's funnier they know us at the hospital and shit now too. Not you boys again.
Do you watch much MMA?
Nah, not too much. Some of it's alright. I'm more like... I like the stand-up. I'm not too into when they get on the ground and like, fuck. I don't know what's going on.
I feel the same, but Todd, you love it, eh? UFC.
I think like I don't know what has actually caused it, but dudes roll heaps less now in the ring. Like, I know there's people who are like big fans of jiu-jitsu and shit who don't like fighters being stood up when they're like jockeying for position on the ground or on the cage or whatever. But fuck, as far as it being a spectator sport now and being huge, I think it's in the interest of the sport to like be more stand-up based. So I think it is now. Like,
I think hard out.
Like you see a lot of dudes that were just straight wrestlers or jiu-jitsu guys like working their stand-up heaps more. And like guys that used to be known for their wrestling or whatever that will just stand up now. Johnny Hendricks and shit.
I was trying to get into UFC and I was sort of like just starting to like it a bit, and then I heard that John Wayne Parr interview on Joe Rogan, like the last one, and then I went back and watched all those kickboxing fights. I was like, fuck, I just like it so much more.
Really?
Kickboxing is so
like
much faster,
at that high level, you know, and it's
Yeah.
so smooth. And
I think I'm a fucking sucker for production values. Like I'm sucked in by like the big lights and the fucking and the excited commentators and shit, you know.
Because
like,
K1 doesn't really exist anymore, eh?
Nah, it does, but it's like it's gone from being such an international like fucking the whole like international to being more kind of just Asia, I think. There's a big one called Glory.
Yeah,
and that's what
Glory
Izzy's
fights.
signed to.
Oh really?
And that's like that's the K1, and it's the same rules, like no elbows and shit, but
yeah, they don't clinch and shit.
there's no clinch. Clinch is good. Like if you watch someone that's dope in the clinch, it's fucking mean. But I don't know. I'm just not into like the ground, you know. Like I like the clinch in there. I personally like it as well for like fights and that.
Yeah.
But just the fucking I don't know. I just don't know what's going on when they're on the ground and shit. It's like fuck, whose arm is that?
Yeah.
So you never done any jiu-jitsu?
Nah. I did it like my son used to do it a couple years ago, and I'd do it with him, just like fucking around, just. Yeah, he was like 5, so you know, it's not really real, but like
I did some MMA training, and like my training partner was this massive Samoan dude just over in Melbourne, and bro, he'd get like hella sweaty. So like, if he's on top, like drops of sweat, like dropping in onto your face and shit. It's so gross, man. I'm like, grimy. Why the fuck am I doing this? Because I'm never gonna have an MMA fight. Like, why don't I just do some stand up without man laying on me, sweating on me? If I'm doing this for fitness, you know, I could just jump on the treadmill or something. Like, I don't have to rub dick and balls against another man.
Yeah.
It's not the nicest.
I guess like...
it is a bit of an awkward fucking situation.
Yeah,
like even clinching when it's like, when you're like practicing it, it's like, fuck, I'm like dancing with a dude. But he's all sweaty and shit.
Naked,
kind of
naked sweaty man. Yeah, and it's not the shit. Fuck. A dude wearing like fucking exercise tights, laying on top of you. You can smell his sweat.
Did you ever do jiu-jitsu when Jared was hard out into it?
Nah, but I was thinking about when I first got this stupid idea to like do weights with Jared, and I did it once, and I went over there and it was him and Roy. And there was only 2 benches, and I was just waiting my turn, and I was just like looking, and they were both just like in sync, like going. And then ironic, it was kind of just standing there, just waiting. Kind of didn't take off.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, our mate's got so hard out into it for a while, eh?
Yeah.
Does he still do it?
Jared?
Yeah.
Nah, not really. Not since he's had his kids.
Into MMA or jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, just jiu-jitsu mainly, eh? Oh, but he did kickboxing too.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
3 fights.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
3 fights.
He's someone that's really got the right spirit for fighting.
Yeah,
super competitive.
Yeah.
Real
Fucking hates losing.
I've never met anyone with determination like Jared.
Yeah.
Like he has this steely resolve, man. Like
You gotta be fucking.
We used to MC battle
yeah.
together.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't really give a fuck whether I won or lost. Like, it was nice to win, but I didn't really care. But he'd just be so gutted when he lost, eh?
you had to not care because you lost to that useless guy like a couple times. Dom, when I first met Dom, he was MC battling and he had a massive beard. Like when I first met him, I didn't believe that he was who he was. He was like, "Hey, I'm Tourette's." I was like, "No, you're not." I walked away. But like he was battling guys, and especially back at that time, like So he didn't look like a rapper,
Yeah.
and that's why I reckon he was losing battles because people would just like look at him like on the stage and be like, psh. But he was like, if you listen to the audio of the battles, he was wasting these dudes.
Yeah.
But like no one would take him seriously because his big stupid fucking beard.
I had to cut my hair and shave my beard, and then I won the whole tournament.
Yeah. There you go.
Game changer.
Fuck these days though, beard would be like.
I know. Everyone's
Yeah.
rocking the beard.
Fuck yeah.
I just grew it, like when I was living in Melbourne, I just grew it a little bit. And then I got to the point, you know, where you can't cut it, and it just kept on growing. It got down to like fucking, like, you know?
Were you doing
Right
your
down my
rapping,
chest.
your battles in
Oh,
Melbourne?
no, that's when I came back.
Oh, yeah.
I moved over there, I was living with my mate Jared, and rap battling. It's quite a boring story, though, actually. No one cares about rap battling anymore.
You know what?
It's like being into scratching, DJing,
Yeah,
which I
yeah.
think is going to come back.
Scratching?
You reckon
I
it'll come
predict it's
back?
going to come back.
Nah, I don't reckon.
It will, man. Like,
You don't
'cause-
hear it anymore, eh?
Nah.
yeah, but there's always young people going to come up who it's never been around for them, and they're going to.
Nah. It's dead, man. We had like last week we had like a real world famous like trick DJ, like real, and he and my flatmate was like, "Is it alright if such and such stays at our house?"
It's a DJ Eclipse, eh? Was it
I
him?
wasn't gonna say his name, but yeah,
Oh.
fuck it. Right,
That's not easy
it
to
is now.
fucking hear this.
yeah, but like, he was over, and Greg's like, "Is it alright if DJ Eclipse stays at our house?" And I was like, "Why doesn't he have a hotel?" And he's like, "Oh, the guy brought him over, fucked it up, or whatever." And I was like, "Damn,
Shit.
like shit's gone downhill for the international DJ." Like,
Yeah, but there's that video that was going around Facebook. You see that of those like 10-year-old like Asian kids
oh no,
scratching?
no,
Nah,
no,
I haven't seen
And it
that
was
video.
like just insane. Like they were like, you know, as good as anyone.
yeah.
And it was like the tagline to it was like some DJ posting. It's like, you know, no matter what you're good at, there's some like 10-year-old Asians who are 10 times better than you.
Well, true
They were just
that.
like killing it, man.
Have you? Hey, can you do this is like my
Is this a
fucking
DJ related question?
nah, not at all. Nah, but this is like I
Last
saw.
fucking scratch or something.
Hey, bro, what's your DJ like? I saw a
Me
video.
on the cross
I
stage.
saw a video of Conor McGregor, like jump up on a heavy bag, wrap his legs around it, and
Yeah.
start doing like sit-ups.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Can you
yeah,
do
yeah.
that?
Nah, I've never tried that.
Yeah, because I watched it and I was like, fuck.
I
Because I
mean-
was going to the gym. And I was like, man, I want to be able to do that.
Fuck,
but
maybe I'll try it tonight.
I'm fucking kidding myself.
I did one. I've done one that was like where you put your feet on monkey bars and shit.
Oh,
I
yeah,
was getting
yeah.
we were down South Island and like New Year's, just
Yeah.
after New Year's, and I was getting I took all my little cousins up to the park and we were just playing like rugby and soccer and shit, and then we just started playing tag, and then fuck, I sucked at tag, and then I was like, fuck it, can you do this? And then like did on the monkey bars and like put your feet up and did the same thing.
Yeah,
So same
yeah.
principle, but I've never hung off a bag and done that
Yeah.
shit. But
Imagine the bag would be hard because you got your
you
like
gotta like
legs,
wrap your shit around
and that
it,
would
yeah.
take all your
Yeah,
abdominal
fuck
strength
yeah.
just to stay on the
Yeah.
fucking bag. That shit's like ridiculous.
Might
How many
have to
chin-ups
try it
can you
tonight.
do?
Yeah,
Chin-ups, fuck. I'm pretty weak, man. Like, I'm so shit at weights and that. Like, fuck. But, yeah, I can, like, punch hard. Oh, yeah. I'm trying to, like, get better at it because it is kind of essential, I think, for being stronger and shit. Like,
Yeah.
doing weights and, like...
But
that
isn't
shit.
that like the
fucking
Thai
weak, eh?
kind of training? It's not so much about.
Yeah,
like,
it's just,
strength?
like, fucking punch and kick and
Yeah.
shit, yeah. And I think being fucking big muscly cunt slows you down, really.
yeah.
I would never want to be big and muscly, yeah. Like, be a skinny little white motherfucker. People underestimate you, and it's like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember I used to always think like skinny dudes are real weak. And then I had this like, I had this friend, man, he was skinny as fuck. He used to always be trying to put on weight because he was like real self-conscious about
Yeah.
how skinny he was. One day we had a fight and he fucking cracked me. It was like the hardest I'd ever been punched. And I was like, damn, like he was long. Like he had long arms and like knew how to punch. And it was like, this wiry motherfucker just clocked me, man. It was such a hard punch, and I was so surprised because I always just naively assumed all skinny people are weak.
Yeah, hard, nah, fucking.
I just try to make myself feel better about being a fat boy. Well, fat boys are tough.
Yeah. You don't want to get like cracked by a fat dude because they'll like fucking put all their weight onto it
Man.
and shit, but.
Yeah.
Still, I think speed's a killer, eh?
Yeah,
That was something that
yeah.
my old trainer Dan always told me. Everything was speed. Like,
Yeah.
faster speed kills, you know? It's the same as a
Yeah.
fucking car crash, man. Like,
Yeah.
hit someone fast, they're gonna fucking drop. Like,
Yeah, for real.
yeah.
Were you there? You were there that time I got punched by like that 160 kg man.
Tauranga.
Fuck.
No, I
Yeah.
just left. Remember?
Oh shit.
Well, I thought like we got into a fight in this bar where like we're on tour playing a show.
Yeah.
And it like was a small bar in Tauranga, and like the whole bar came out, and everyone knew.
Did you smash the window or something?
No, that was
Nah, that
the
was
next
the other time. Yeah, every time we've been there, it's been a fucking incident, man.
What about when they made us take all our hats and hoodies off?
I don't remember that.
When we played, or maybe you didn't play. No,
Yeah.
you played it.
I don't know. But anyway, so the whole club piles out, and these dudes want to fight us, and then we're like, oh shit, I think the whole club wants to fight us. And I was like, fuck, I'm gonna stand next to the security guy.
Yeah.
And the security guy is like, who was it? And some dude points to me, and he just looks at me, fucking clocks me. He was like 160 kg,
Shit.
man, and I just spun around 180, landed on the bonnet of a car, and then just like dudes jumped on me. But I was like I felt the punch, and I was like, wow. I remember thinking I'm gonna like go out,
Yeah.
but I stayed conscious. But I was just, fuck, it was not the one.
It's like some different type of impact. That
Yeah,
like, when
yeah,
a big
yeah,
gun hits you,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just like boom, fuck. Or if you get hit by like a little dude, it's kind of like fucking sharp bones or
Yeah,
something. But then
yeah.
like it's getting like hit with a fucking train or something. Eh?
Yeah. Brick fists.
Fucking Tauranga. No, you don't remember when they made us take our shit off and like in his photos, everyone rapping and everyone's got like hat hair and like just wearing like.
Oh, real? Even when you're
When we're
like, on
performing,
stage, you
yeah,
got
like-
no hats.
Was that the same show?
No, it was a different. Maybe you didn't come down for
nah,
that.
I wasn't there because I only been
Todd
the
missed
time
a few tours from one of them because he had to work in a pawn shop.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Porn-
right.
Like
Sex
porno.
store.
Oh yeah.
Bro.
No, that was the other one when you were working in a pawn. When you did trade the things.
Oh, no. Okay, yeah. So I've worked in a pawn
Both.
shop and a pawn shop.
Yeah, right.
Fuck, I don't know
My
which
speech
was
impediment
worse.
doesn't allow me to differentiate.
Yeah, it's hard for
Yeah, it is. Like
porn. But yeah, both terrible jobs, man. Like,
I can only imagine. Eh?
yeah, I can like
Pretty much any job is fucking like that kind of retail or front of house.
Yeah.
It must be harder,
Shit.
like dealing with people.
Me and Todd ran a business into the ground in Australia. We got hired in a retail
yeah,
shop.
which was great because the owner is the biggest asshole you've ever met,
Yeah.
man. This dude, he's got a fucking family and kids and shit, right?
Yeah.
If you go to his Facebook page, it's just all his profile pictures are him in like different places of the world, like by himself, like taking pictures of himself, and then like pictures of his cars,
Oh shit.
like nothing of his wife
Fam-
or
yeah,
kids. I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah. It's kind of fucked up, eh?
it's weird, man.
Do you get paid for fights?
Yeah, you get paid. It's not enough to like live, but it's something to fucking.
Do you know any fighters in New Zealand living off?
Israel
Yeah.
is
Is that because of the Glory contract?
no, it's just what he does, man,
Right.
and how often that he fights and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I don't. He doesn't have any kids and stuff, so he's just
Yeah.
flatting, and it's
Yeah.
kind of easy that way.
That must be scary though, way, because like
Dude,
injury
absolutely.
out
Yeah,
for
yeah,
a year,
yeah.
no money.
Absolutely. I don't think he's had any serious injuries like
Yeah.
that so far, but yeah, like
Yeah.
fuck, even after a fight, like he's amazing. Like he just heals like fucking crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, there was last year he had like fucking he fought in this 8-man. He won that 8-man that I was talking about before. And then he fought like 2 weeks later for a title, won that, fought like 3 weeks later, fought 3 weeks later. It's just like,
Fuck, it's crazy.
bro, how the
Yeah.
fuck do you do that? Where do you get that shit from? Oh, well, some people blessed.
Yeah. Fuck.
Fuck.
I guess you really notice it in fighting though, right? The difference in people's just...
Oh, well, I think a lot, like someone like him, you can see why he excels so much as well, because he gets all that time to train rather than, like, so I fucking using myself as an example, but like I'll like wake up in the morning, train, and then I got to go to work all day, and there's like no
Yeah.
rest, and I'm just fucked. Like your body recovers when you're resting, kind of
Yeah,
thing. So
yeah.
when you like when you've got that downtime in between, you can also train like a shitload more because you got those hours in the day kind
Yeah.
of thing to do it. But yeah.
He's a real evasive
But
fighter
he is,
too.
and he's
crazy,
like
gets-
natural talent, man. Like
Yeah.
fuck, he's a talented. Yeah, exactly.
Like he doesn't get hit
so
that
fast,
much.
bro. Yeah, I think that's why they call him the like style bender. I think
Yeah.
that he might have come up with that name himself,
Yeah.
the style bender. And like fuck, it's pretty incredible.
His,
'cause
fuck-
watching him is just like fuck.
His ring entrances are tight. He always
Yeah,
dances,
hard.
coming in.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
He's a good dancer.
And he started in dancing. I think
Yeah.
before he started fighting, I think he was doing like crumping and shit, or like
Yeah,
some
yeah.
sort of like some sort of
Yeah.
like hip hop dancing kind
Yeah.
of thing. Which is pretty. Yeah, I don't know. Just a good way to move. My mom's a dance teacher. She's always like, when I first started, we're like getting like pretty good at kickboxing and shit. She was
Yeah.
always like, "Fuck it, it reminds me of dancing and stuff." She was
Yeah.
like, "Fuck off, mom.
Did she,
This is fighting."
did she want to spy you?
Nah, she didn't want to spar.
I was talking to her, we were talking to a ballet dancer the other day,
Yeah,
and I remembered that like when I was about 5, my sister was doing ballet and I wanted to do it.
yeah.
And my mum was like, "Nah, ballet's for girls." I was like, imagine if I become a ballet dancer. I reckon my life would be real different now. Eh?
Right,
Especially a
absolutely.
ballet dancer in fucking New Plymouth.
Yeah, man.
It might have been a bit rough.
Yeah, for real.
It's something that they're getting into. Like my son's just started like hip hop dancing. I don't know what they do. I've never been to one of the classes, but
Yeah.
he like really likes it. Eh? He was
Yeah.
doing he's so funny, man. He was doing these like I don't know, like impromptu like dance like shows, you know, just
Yeah.
for the family at home.
Yeah.
And he'll just be like, "All right, it's showtime," and then he'll come out and do all this fucking crazy shit. Eh? And it's just like, bro, where the hell do you get this shit from, me? Like he was like, "Do it." Oh, sorry, you can't see the moves on when you're listening, but he was like doing all these moves like. Me and my missus is just standing there like, fuck, this is like kind of weird, eh? But then it was like, bro, do you want to do dancing? And he was like, yeah, actually, whoa. So we put him in hip hop dancing just because it was, fuck, man.
I love
But
when
I
kids
don't
do
know.
the entertaining thing for like
Yeah.
family and guests. Like, I used to do that shit hard out. I was
Yeah.
a massive show off before I like smoked weed for years, and not so much of a show off anymore. Still a little bit though. Eh? Would you be cool with your son being a fighter?
Yeah, not now though. Like you see, like really young dudes getting it, like kind of people putting their kids into it, and it's like, fuck, man, let them be a kid, you know? Because the fighting side of it is so serious, and like I guess there's other parents that are doing it as well. But like when they're like, if the kid's like 15, I guess like 14, 15, whatever, that's sweet because they're at least they're kind of conscious of it. But like, you know, you see the kids fighting like under 10 and it's like, fuck, do they really want to be there? Like, is it some fucking fantasy that you kind of living? Although saying that, it is a good discipline and shit too, but like there's a difference between the training and fighting side of it, you know, where it's like,
it's a shame Christians don't feel like that. Like maybe we should wait till our kids 15 before we tell them about old JC.
Is your gym, is it like a mix of like fighters and people for fitness?
We've got a fucking massive mix of people. Eh? We've got kids there as well. There's like young people. We just had this boy fight last weekend. Last weekend or the weekend before, and he's 15. It's fucking amazing, eh? Like he fought, like he's just like kind of naturally talented as well, you know. But we get like there's another lady that comes in. I would hate to guess her age, but I'm guessing around like 60, 50, mid 50s, 60. She's got grey hair and wrinkles and shit. So
she's smashing the shit out of
bro,
the bag.
she goes good, man. She like she's doing it to lose weight and stuff. So you get like all different, and then you get some like fucking weird cunts that just come in to, I don't know, do what, but like when you watch them, you're kind of like, fuck, are you listening to like what I'm saying?
I feel
like try and do, you know, like when
like,
you're giving instruction and you just see people, it's like, fuck, bro, do your ears work? Like,
I feel like a lot of people, like if they tried combat sports for fitness, would be like, fuck yeah. But like I think heaps of people think it's something that it's not.
Hard.
But some gyms are fucked up too.
Oh,
you know?
totally. But most fighting gyms I've been into, everyone's super nice. Like, it's not a place of ego because there's always someone there that could beat the shit out of you.
Hard.
Like, people, even like the toughest guys in the gyms are usually the nicest and most humble. But I think people have a different perception of it. Because, like, I wouldn't want to get fit any other way, really. Like, I do other stuff but apart from boxing, but, like, punching and kicking shit is the funnest.
It was also, especially when you're sparring.
It is fucking fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
and sparring is so fucking fun, bro.
Because
Like
it's
last
some-
night we had sparring, and it's just, bro, that's my favorite day of the week. Wednesday and Friday, best days of the week, sparring nights. Just because of that, like you have like punch up with your mates, and it's
Yeah.
all good. Like even if you fucking like rock your mate or whatever, it's like yeah, shot boys out. You know, you could be mates afterwards and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because City Liga back in the day was a pretty serious gym, though.
Yeah,
eh?
bro. And like we kind of want to keep it that way as in like a fighter's gym,
Yeah.
like through and through. But saying that fighters don't pay the bills, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So we have to incorporate like, and saying that as well, like you never know what you're gonna get when someone new walks through the door. You know, like
Yeah.
we didn't know this young boy last week wanted to fight. You know, and he's been training for like a year now, I guess. And it's just like, bro, like fucking, you're talented. You're a fucking good kid, you know. Like he's just some like real skinny little white boy, like blonde hair, blue eyes, looks like just a normal kid, you know. And then, fuck yeah. So we want to maintain that like fighting kind of spirit of it.
And
So
the
we
two
try
can
and-
coexist, eh? Like,
Oh,
there's
absolutely.
no-
Yeah, hard. And that's another like good balance that we're trying to like meet is where the fight like and I feel like the fighters at our gym aren't like snobs, you know, like all the fighters will talk to the people that aren't so
Yeah.
progressed, kind
Yeah,
of like that.
yeah.
You know, there's no like you said before, there's no like ego and shit, but
Yeah.
we try and keep that as well because you don't want dicks in your gym and like
real.
especially when it's my day, just tell me
Yeah.
fuck off, bro. Take your $25.
Give him some cherry juice and melatonin and be like,
Yeah, we need a secret
Just,
stash,
yeah.
eh? Like,
Yeah.
yo, this is great for recovery.
just drop them off in another gym. Yeah. Fuck, I think I got something caught on my underarm here.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yo.
This is not the time for this, Todd.
Oh no, it's just deodorant. I thought I was getting a dreadlock. That's fucked up.
Fuck, it's warm, eh?
I don't know if I wanna.
It is. Well, you got the fan this time as well.
Yeah,
you seen
bro.
yesterday. Last time we were sweating like pigs.
Yeah, I was
sweating
sitting
like
there and
a
the
dog,
sun
yeah.
was on me. I was like
That
trying
fucking cat was causing trouble.
to understand what Pani was saying, and she's like way smarter than me.
That's brutal, eh?
We're gonna do a segment for this called Todd is smarter than he looks, but then we forgot what the segment. We forgot what the segment involved, and now we don't know. But I remember because I've got it written down. I was like, "Fuck! I know that was a great idea." I guess that's this week's Todd is smarter than he looks.
The next one.
How are we doing for time, Dan?
45 minutes?
We're on 45.
Shit. Keep going. Anything you want to talk about, Joey?
Fuck. I don't know. Not so much. Like, I don't know, bro.
Do you want to
Sorry
make?
to put you on
Kids
the
are
put you on the
fucking
spot.
rad. Yeah.
Do you
I
want to
don't know.
make? Do you want to make fun of Richie because he was originally going to do the podcast with us, but he's way too fucking busy.
Richie, man.
Much like yourself. Yeah, which is a shame.
But it kind of works well because all of us three have nothing to do all the time,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we can be quite flexible.
Yeah,
with
we
the
could
guests.
Sweet.
we could do the podcast any day of the week.
Come
Do
on,
it at
Rich.
4 in the morning on Monday.
For the boys.
Yeah.
4 a.m. Oh, shit.
Richie's got like a fucking like 15 minutes spare a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a crazy schedule there, dude.
Yeah, and then like so I see him the other day, and because I flat with, do you know Greg Harper?
Yeah.
So I flat with Greg, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I just came from Richie's house. I'm teaching him to DJ."
Are you serious?
Yeah, yeah.
See, I told you it's coming back.
Yeah.
What kind of like scratching DJ?
Nah, I think just so he's able to do some basics and do
on
a
the
set.
because it's radio thing.
And like, I think he's been doing something at the uni for
Oh, right.
a week or something.
Yeah. Like DJing shows and shit.
Well,
It's good money doing that
yeah,
shit.
True.
yeah. I saw him the other day, and I was like, "What are you up to?" He's like, "I just DJ'd down at AUT." He's like, "I played some of your music." I was like, "Cool."
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah," like, and he's talking like this might be one of his new things. I was like, "You don't have fucking time to DJ, bro." Like,
Yeah, where is it? Bro, he's got too many hours in the. Where does his hours come from, bro?
But he's got insomnia too. He needs some of that melatonin and cherry juice as well.
yeah, we'll hook him up.
Yeah.
Fuck, maybe we need to make like a
Fucking
maybe a
concoction.
start of a business, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking
Look at this.
we're looking for sponsors. So anyone who makes cherry juice and or melatonin.
Just get at us.
Oh, you're talking
holla.
about like making a business out of cherry juice and
Yeah,
melatonin.
yeah,
Fuck.
like mixing it up
Damn,
and boom.
that's
See,
why
that's why
you're a
fucking-
businessman and we have nothing to
unemployed.
do.
Ideas, man.
Because when Dom does that roaring laughter that's gonna fucking peak the fuck out of the levels.
That's just like the style of the show, though. You know.
At least,
like,
yeah. At least you're
it's like
not.
a sting.
At least you're not sneezing today.
No, I don't have hay fever for the first time in like 2 weeks.
It's
Fuck,
everything.
hay fever sucks, eh?
Fuck, Dom's had it like perpetual hay fever.
For like 37
Do you
years.
get like, fuck, do your eyes go all fucked up and
Yeah,
shit as
yeah.
well? Oh, bro.
It just makes you so unreasonable and irritable.
Hard.
You've been alright. You ain't been that bad.
What's that?
You ain't been that bad. My family's up on Friday.
Didn't we see them in Australia that time when I was with Richie?
Oh,
over there?
yeah,
That was
yeah.
your family over there, eh? Was it?
Yeah,
Or-
I got family there and I got
Oh,
family
yeah,
here.
yeah.
I'm trying to remember which ones were there that time.
Fuck.
Would've been Frankie,
There was
wouldn't it?
like a young dude with a few tattoos and shit, and then I think his missus, and then I think maybe your dad.
Oh,
Was your
yeah,
dad over there?
we're with Dad. That's
And
right.
we went to that vegetarian.
Yeah,
vegetarian.
I reckon that place kind of overrated.
Which one?
Yeah.
The Thai one.
Brunswick Street.
Veggie Power.
Nah, it's
Veggie Bar.
Veggie Bar.
Veggie Bar,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
right.
I used to work in that place, man. Fuck, it was horrible.
It's always-
One time I cut myself on purpose just so I could go home. I was there for 14 hours. I was only supposed to be an 8-hour shift.
Did they
Oh,
have
shit,
that?
hippie.
Did they have the like at least one white guy with dreadlocks policy as a
There's
member of staff?
there's more than one.
Yeah. Always
Shit.
some motherfucker with dreadlocks dealing with your food.
I was there
Like-
once and a guy was cutting bok choy with a meat cleaver and he had his thumb like over the stalk and I was like, bro, you're going to cut yourself. He's like, no, fuck, and just keep and then I heard a splat and I looked around and fucking half his thumb's like lying in the
Oh.
sink.
Was that
Wow.
white guy with dreadlocks?
No, he's a big dopey cunt that used to
Okay.
rap at me. It's the worst thing, man. So I'm so glad I don't rap anymore. You don't have people come up to you like, yo, check this out, man, and just like start dropping some bars for you.
Fuck, that was a funny trip, man. We had this fucked up taxi driver then too, eh?
Who are you fighting over there?
No, it was Brad. Me and Richie just made the trip over to see Brad was fighting this guy. Oh, Brad was fighting John Wayne Park.
Yeah,
Really?
that's
Yeah.
right.
How'd he go?
On real
He
short
lost.
notice,
Yeah,
eh?
on like 2 days' notice. He lost, but he went the whole 5 rounds and he held his own. Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah,
That's
he
crazy,
didn't get dropped
yeah.
or anything. He just like he was training for a fight as well, but he like the other fight was like a couple weeks away, so he wasn't like peaking or whatever yet.
Was like, I know, like I guess like losing sucks every time, but fighting
Yeah.
a legend on 2 days' notice, he kind of felt too bad about that.
Yeah,
right?
he was pretty sweet after that. Like I think, fuck, I can't remember what we did after that.
That John Wayne Park guy seems like such a nice dude.
He's
like-
such he's
In his interviews?
Yeah. I
You
met
know?
him a few times. Like I met him last time again, and I went and trained in his gym when I was in Gold Coast. I had a fight there last year. Just saw him at these fights and like started having a yarn and shit. He was just like just down to earth as fuck. Eh?
Yeah,
He was talking about bringing that cage Muay Thai here.
What do you think
having a
about that?
show here.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, that shit is killer, eh? That
Yeah.
I'd fucking get into that, eh? That's
Should we
just
tell the listeners what it
brutal.
is? Because they might not know.
Oh, it's Muay Thai in a octagon, like a UFC cage, but there's no groundwork. It's just Muay Thai.
Is it small
Yeah.
gloves
with
as
the
well?
small gloves,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
with the 4-ounce gloves.
Fuck,
It's
that could be
fucking-
sick, eh?
I think, and it's I think from memory, nearly every fight is. He was telling me that night, like 7 out of 9 fights were knockouts.
Damn.
And like I think when you get knocked out, like I've never had a fight with those gloves on, but I think when you get knocked out with those gloves, you get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty.
And so you'd be down to do that?
I'll be keen,
Yeah.
yeah. I love it, eh? I reckon it'd be good fun just to try it, like
Just being
man,
in a
like,
cage as opposed to
as
running.
well in a cage. And it's
Like you're
oh,
shut
shit.
in with it,
Yeah.
dude. Like it's like
Yeah.
a pit fight.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
some
they like
shit,
lock the door. It's like,
Yeah.
fight. It's pretty rad, but yeah, I'd get into that if they brought it here.
It's pretty gladiator, eh?
Yeah. I got offered a fight in it one time, and John Wayne Parr's on. But then I had New Zealand and China have got this real good fighting. Fuck, what do you call it? Like partnership, I guess.
Yeah.
Where like we have a big show over here, and then a lot of fighters from here go over there,
Yeah.
heaps, and there's quite a few Kiwis living over there, at the moment, and. So I got offered a fight. That was one of the Malaysia ones, and I think I got knocked out. Fucking that trip, which I should have just taken the caged fight, but yeah. I had to cancel it because of that. I was gutted I didn't do it.
What's the weirdest place you've fought? That can be
Fuck it,
geographically or like just
the
the venue or whatever.
weirdest place I've fought. We fought there. We used to have fights in there were these restaurants downtown. Like
I've been to one there.
And they're like
Yeah,
real low
same.
ceilings and shit. And
Right.
it's just like fuck, your head's like, you know, like that far away
Yeah.
from the roof, and it's like fuck. Those are pretty buzzy.
Bro, I went to one there, and it was when that dude Josh Masters won like the heavyweight
Oh
championship.
yeah.
He like just threw some like short dude or Don someone.
Oh, John, he was from fuck. We
Yeah.
didn't talk about that guy.
Threw him
He's a-
all
he's a
around
fuckwood, eh?
the ring. But
Yeah.
like that restaurant was like a big space, eh? And half of it was filled with tribesmen and killer bees, man. Like, and they had like kids running around getting them drinks and shit with like gold chains on.
I think
and
I
like,
was there that night.
Yeah.
Was
Richie was doing something there. I can't remember if he was cornering or...
I think he was cornering our boy Steve Harm, who's
Yeah.
one of my trainers now.
Oh, yeah.
Steve was a fucking top-notch fighter.
Yeah. But that was like...
yeah.
Bro, I was like... I don't know. I think that might have been the first time it wasn't the first time I've been to fights in New Zealand. But like one of the few times, and like just walked in gangsters everywhere.
Yeah.
Like a gangster fighting, like throwing a dude around the room.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, New Zealand's beautiful.
Yeah, bro. That place used to be fucking... I don't know if the like anti-smoking in pubs law had been in by then yet,
yeah.
but that place, fuck, when like just all the like Asian dudes, you know, just sit
Yeah.
around with durries, just be like...
Richie would have
on
loved it,
yeah. Bro, I used to get like hotboxed and then there'd be like fights in the middle. It was
Yeah.
fucking pretty crazy, eh?
Just
That was
something-
just seeing some fights there
Yeah.
when I never fought in the smoking shit, but I'd always got like, I think Slava, maybe one of his first fights was in that shit, and it was like hotbox. It was just like, fuck, like
Something-
hotbox of durries. Though.
Yeah, and I feel like something about it being like an Asian restaurant makes it feel like it's underground.
Yeah,
and like some you come to
hard.
some illegal like fighting league
yeah,
and
bro,
shit.
fuck yeah, like on a kickboxing.
A lot of that shit
movie or
must be
something,
fucking barely legal though anyway, you know what I mean? It has that vibe about
Yeah,
it.
there's I think like it's not really regulated or like there's no like it kind of anyone just jumps in as a not anyone, they are like qualified through fight sports and shit, but there's nothing to say like you are the fucking you're a certified like referee or something. I don't like
Really?
Yeah, I don't think so, and or like a certified judge kind of thing. Like they just pull like ex-fighters out to do it kind of thing. And there is one guy, John Conway, who's Richie's old trainer.
Yeah.
And he's like the main referee, and I think he is like certified to some sort of degree. But on the smaller fight shows, it's generally just like. It's generally just like, you know, like saying that there are some WMC ones, but there's no like, I don't think there's like a regulation of like how everything has to be done kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure, but there's
That's
just the way it
crazy
seems.
though, man.
Yeah, like sometimes you'll be like, I've been at fights and it's like, oh, can you just judge this fight? And it's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I was at a fight
I'll
that
do it.
happened to Richie.
Yeah.
Me and him were just sitting in the audience and he's
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm judging now.
Yeah, it happens all the time, man. Like there's no like real serious, like which you'd kind of hope, like.
So does that lead to like some pretty big upsets?
Yeah,
Or, like,
people
or,
get pretty
just
fucking
controversial
I
decisions.
saw
Yeah,
you lose a
'cause-
fight that you clearly won last
What
year.
was that?
Last year? It was against a dude from what's the gym? Richie was cornering you.
Oh, versus Victor, the guy Victor,
Yeah,
Russian boy.
yeah.
Yeah. I got dropped in the. I was pissed off at that was Richie's old.
But you like won 2 rounds.
Yeah,
eh?
and he dropped me in the first one, but then I felt like I dropped. Like I've fucking watched it on replay
Yeah.
so many times, man, and like
Yeah.
I did drop him.
Yeah.
But it got caught. Like he landed on the ropes, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it got caught a slip, and I was pissed off at that, eh?
Because
But-
I remember watching it. Fuck, that must be so annoying.
Yeah, and it's not the fault of like and the referees though, like they get a hard rap because it's all in the heat of the moment kind of thing, is what they see is what they call kind of thing.
Yeah.
But even still, when it's like, fuck, there's just so much emotion in it,
Yeah.
and such is life.
You guys see today like more information came out from Snowden about New Zealand spy.
Yeah.
Spying on
yeah,
Tonga
yeah.
and Samoa. And
Yeah,
stuff.
I did. I read
And
that
like
just
the
before.
the day before it come out, John Key's like, what did he say? It's like it's not going to be true, even though he doesn't know what they're going to leave. And then
It's not true.
And then he's like, I'd advise New Zealanders not to listen to it. And it's
Fuck,
like,
he's a clown.
oh,
man.
he's so
Ah, yeah, I
stupid.
don't
And
like that guy.
then his like new favorite thing is then just to say something about ISIS.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah. Actually, I saw that
Yeah.
on the like I was reading the Herald, like even still it's like mainstream
Yeah.
media or whatever, but the Herald thing, and like his quote was like, New Zealanders are under threat by ISIL.
Yeah.
It's just like, bro, fuck off.
And
like,
even if we
get involved.
even if we were, it's I guess like something that sums it up for me is that the fact that if a New Zealander was kidnapped and killed by ISIS, it would be good for John Key, you know? Like, because it's his favourite go-to at the moment. It's like everything's, ISIS. Like, John, why didn't you come to my birthday? He'd be like, we're under threat from ISIS. You know? And that's so, if that did happen, and that's what's concerning about us sending troops is like, it's like, is he sending people over there to...
Yeah.
But I mean, that could backfire, could work in his favour. It's hard to say.
But even if you do get some information, the fuck are you going to do? It's like,
Yeah.
there's more fucking students at some of the high schools here than the people in the army in New Zealand, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, what information are they getting from Tonga that's going to protect us from ISIS?
Yeah. And what is
Seriously?
it
Like-
fucking, hard.
It's so weird, man. Like, I guess it's not weird, but yeah, the thing is they're just gathering information and sending it to the US because we have the capabilities to spy on those nations, and just so we can be part of the big boy gang.
What do they call it? Like Five Eyes or
Yeah, the
something?
Five Eyes.
Five Eyes.
Yeah.
Fuck. That whole shit's fucked up. My brother's in the army, I'm just like...
Damn.
I'm just fucking
That's really-
hoping he doesn't. Yeah, I think that's kind of why I'm like, I hate John Keeney.
Yeah.
But like now that it's like kind of semi-affecting, could potentially affect my family, it's like fuck. And I know my brother's a bit crazy like that. He'd be down to go to war and shit.
Yeah.
But fuck, I'm just like, bro, it's not.
Well, that's like a lot
What
of
does
people.
it solve? You know, like
Yeah, a lot of people a lot of people's reactions that I saw were like, "Oh, what do you think people join the army for?"
yeah.
I'm like, okay, yeah, they join the military like knowingly or whatever, you know, that's a job, but that doesn't mean we have to send them to places we shouldn't fucking send them.
Yeah,
you know?
totally.
Like,
Absolutely.
like, okay, so once you're in the military, then just fuck whatever, like,
Yeah.
well, you signed up for this.
Yeah, I had some like arguments on Facebook with cunts I don't even know. Like they post like dumb shit, and it's like about time we fucking take these ISIS. It's like, what the fuck is New Zealand Army gonna do to them?
Yeah.
there's like 30,000 of them.
Come on, mate.
There's
So ISIS do?
Yeah,
Bro, have
like-
you seen those? Like, they are fucked up.
Do you
Like,
know-
they're a fucked up organization, whoever's
Yeah.
running it.
Do you know how much military is in surrounding countries and like territories around the territory ISIS take? 5 million.
Fuck.
So we're
5 million troops?
Yeah, like
So we're sending
military
140
personnel. Yeah, we're
over,
sending
yeah.
140 just to.
Just give it a nudge, boys. Fuck.
It's gonna be tipping point, once those guys get there.
Maybe they should send
bro.
that the grandma from your gym.
The grandma, yeah. She'll sort it
Now
out.
she's become proficient in kickboxing. She might be about as effective as like.
140, and a bunch of them just to fucking like support
bro.
people anyway. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they say, but like sending fucking people into a... Like, look at the reporters that have had their fucking heads chopped off and shit. It's like, bro, you send anyone into those hostile environments, they're gonna fuck shit up.
Yeah.
Like, they do it to their own, like, people, like the people
Yeah.
from their country.
Yeah.
Like, if they don't believe it, they'll just fucking cut your head off.
Yeah, pretty much
It's fucked.
anyone's a go away. It's
Fair game, pretty much. So, yeah,
Yeah.
like, fuck, if you don't... It's like that shit, like, if you're not...
have you guys been reading the news articles about that city that's their main base?
I watched a short doco on it. What's it called?
I can't remember. I'm so bad at fucking names. But it was like,
And this week's segment of Dom is smarter than he looks.
but yeah, it was just crazy because these people are still existing, like
Yeah.
going to work, doing all this shit under this regime. But then if you fuck around, they're just gonna like crucify you, like literally.
Yeah.
I seen this... Was it a Vice documentary?
That's the
I
one.
d-
Yeah,
I just
that's
read
what
I seen that
saw,
one.
yeah.
Yeah. And was that the one with the kids and shit?
Mm.
And they're like same age as my son, and he's
Yeah.
going to like talking about the infidels
Just
and shit. It's
spouting
just
that
like,
rhetoric,
bro, what the fuck do
Yeah.
you teach these kids?
It's crazy. Like, I think anything I've watched on like that, the extremism there's always some kid just like screaming some crazy
Yeah.
shit. Like,
Imagine how it would suck though if you're just like a Muslim and like just some of that shit happens,
Oh,
and you're
bro.
just like, because you know, like
Yeah.
back in the
Yeah.
day when Al Qaeda popped up, you would have been like, oh, this is the worst, man. And now they got these fucking dudes, and it's just like, you know, especially if you're a woman, because you can't like disguise that shit, you know, like.
hard out.
Why do you think that like Muslims are expected to carry guilt of a few, but like other religions just get off scot free? Like,
Yeah,
I guess
it's like
it's-
saying
da, da,
Christian
da.
touches kids and shit.
Yeah,
eh? Like,
I guess
yeah.
the Muslims are
Yeah.
like flavor du jour at the moment. Like,
Yeah,
they're
well,
It must be the like hot
the,
topic.
the Russians are making a comeback, you know, so
Oh,
they're
yeah.
vying for, you know.
True
Taking
that.
pole
Yeah,
position.
yeah. Putin's not very popular at the moment.
Yeah, well, it's fucking crazy, like how they like sent all those troops and they dressed them up as Ukrainian soldiers and those SAS troops. And there's one bit where Lubin was showing me on YouTube, and it's like this guy's interviewing these soldiers when they're running past, and he puts the camera in this one soldier's face who's in a Russian uniform, in a Ukrainian uniform, and he's like, "Get that fucking camera out of my face," in an American accent, and then just runs off, and it's like, what the fuck is this American doing there?
Oh,
Yeah,
crazy.
it's like mental, man.
that's fucking weird.
That whole shit is fuck. It's just too scary to like think about. I reckon, like
must be
whatever's
horrible
going
as a
on.
father, eh? Like,
It's pretty brutal to see. Like me and my missus talk about it heaps. It's like fuck this work. Like even we're looking at a house to buy at the moment, and like even the state of that kind of shit is like fuck. What are we bringing our kids into? Like
yeah.
it's like because it's fucking cool. Like fuck, my son is like amazing.
And
eh?
people
He-
like yourself need to breed. There needs to be
I
some.
th- yeah.
like, we need some good people breeding. So you should feel good about it.
and I do like me and my son. I don't know if you've seen that, like Save the Pahudakawas in
Yeah.
St. Luke's. Like we live right next to that, and he was like, we were just stuck in traffic there the other day. He was like, haven't they already saved these trees, Dad? And I was like, nah, I think they're still thinking of putting a motorway. And he was like, why would they do that? You know, like he
Yeah.
asked that kind of shit, and it was
Yeah.
like, fuck, dude, you're like 7 years old, bro. Like,
Kids are cool as fuck.
yeah, they're fucking cool, man. And it just sucks that people fuck that up for them, like through their own like whatever. Like they're just just because I don't know, whatever. You know, like I don't know how kids' minds get so distorted to where it is. Like, because obviously, like those fucking ISIS people were kids at one time, and like surely there was some fucking generation or whatever that wasn't like, let's fucking kill all the white people.
I guess that's just reality though, and like, but I guess it's how you equip your kids for that, you know. Like,
I get, yeah.
Dom and I are working with kids like from like poor neighborhoods and shit, and it's funny, like they learn way quicker than a kid from a nice neighborhood not to trust people, and people fucking let you down and shit, which is really sad, you know. But I mean, I guess at whatever point that happens in your life, it's how it equips you how to deal with it.
Yeah.
Well, when you go to where those kids live out south and shit, they're actually doing real well, considering like if I came from that environment, it'd be much more fucked up than them, you know.
Yeah, you'll get a lot of hidings. Not for your shoes either. Sorry, what size shoes you? Oh, no.
Stink.
Oh shit.
That shit's crazy.
What's the time at then?
7.
I should wrap it up then. Do you want to shout out your gym, like when people can come train? and
Yeah, man. City Liga, 198 Dominion Road, next to the Salvation Army.
Everyone welcome, but
swing by.
no
Everyone
dicks.
welcome. No dicks, obviously. Fucking dicks, you can fuck off.
Should put that on the radio ad, yeah.
So City Liga, no dicks.
I reckon if I heard that on an ad, I'd be like, yeah, that's the place
That's
for
the
me.
one. Yeah.
Just get the BFM writers to make us an ad. And fuck, I love their ads. But
It's so
yeah,
good.
man, 198 Dominion Road. We're open 6 days a week, and Monday to Saturday. Got yoga classes and shit.
Really?
Yeah, we got yoga Saturday 8 a.m, which is fucking rad. My sister takes that. She's like pretty hard out.
But do you want to plug the electricity?
Electricity? Nah. I don't like working.
You go, okay, sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Everyone that knows me gets me to work anyway. I'm fucking sorry, I'm busy enough.
Yeah.
I sound like a shit businessman, but
Yeah, you want to learn how to
Holding it
kick
down.
someo's head off? We're good. If you want your light bulbs fucking fixed, nah.
if you want a light bulb, sort it out yourself.
Sweet, thanks heaps for coming
Yeah,
on,
thanks,
bro.
brother.
Boys,
We're
all
all good.
good. Shot.